Hey everybody, this is going to be a review for the Shadow Trilogy. Originally I was going to review them all separately, but I thought that it might be better for everybody if I just do it all in one. Um, there may or may not be small spoilers, I'm not sure. It just depends on what the blurb is. I know my reviews themselves won't have any spoilers if possible, but anyways, what I'll do is I will read the blurb, give my opinion on the book, move on to the next one until I do all three of them, and then I'll do an overall review of the entire trilogy, if that makes sense. Alright, so Bella's Secrecy is the #1 book. Rachel Brackett arrives in Sullivan, Montana with simple goals: relocate, settle in her state, and manage her own antique store. Her parents and friends back home called it running away. That's just fine with her. Rachel's curiosity leads her into the forest, and she finds creatures who know more about her ominous heritage than she does. The creatures only exist in nightmares, grotesque mutants and shapeshifters. They seek vengeance for hideous crimes and genetic engineering, and Rachel is the prime target for retribution. While Rachel searches for the truth behind the family she never knew, a bounty hunter stalks her every move. Only Leonardo, a figure shrouded in the shadows, offers protection. A wereline with the perfect blend of human and feline features, terrifying, impossible, alluring. When Rachel's home is ripped apart and a friend is attacked, it is clear there is no safe haven. She is no longer running from her past, but trying to survive to make it to her future. I really loved this book. It was a great beginning to the trilogy. I felt like it just sucked you right in. You fell in love with the characters almost immediately. Well, at least I did. It was so intense, so suspenseful, and I just kept wanting to read this book over and over and over again. I probably will. I'll probably read this many times. But yeah, I totally recommend this, and I rated it 5 stars. So the next book is called Dark Crossings. Normal is just a word, and one that no longer applies to Rachel Brackett's life in the Bitterroot Mountains. Keeping her 2 lives in Sullivan, Montana isn't easy. Rachel struggles to protect those with the deepest secrets, and the only one helping to keep her sanity intact is Leonardo. When he disappears, Rachel's world tilts on a dangerous axis. War with the others is building, leaving Rachel and Justice in a rush to find Leonardo. Time is not on her side, and Rachel must find a way of reaching Leonardo or risk those she cares most about. This one was really intense, especially with what happens to Leonardo. I won't get into too many details about it, though I do kind of wish she went into a little bit more details about it. Now that I think about it, because I've read this once and then I listened to it, and like I said, I plan on reading these a lot more throughout the whole, events of my life. Anyways, it was kind of brushed over like a theory, but I guess because everything went down the way it did, it kind of just got overshadowed, I guess you could say, which is not a bad thing. I'm not complaining. I do really like it. I I love the whole series, or the trilogy is great. But I do recommend you read them all in order, of course. So the first one is Veil's Secrecy, the second one is Dark Shadows, and the third one is Revelations. Some truths shouldn't be discovered. Rachel Brackett is living on the edge, and the view is exhausting. The lines have been drawn. Rachel searches for ways of setting her adopted family free of the evil caused by Telov's experiments. Winning requires nothing less than a full cooperation from all factions, leaving Rachel and Leonardo to unite forces bonded by hate. In the search, Rachel uncovers truths more crippling than any she has known, and threatens all that she has come to love. The war has arrived, and anything less than success promises to forever poison the beauty of the mountains and with the stench of death. So I gotta be honest, this was like the most intense, thrilling, exciting way that she could have ended this trilogy. And barring a few more details and more expansion of the war that happens, it was great. It was spot on. It was perfect. I loved it. It was, yeah, I just can't even think of any more adjectives or words to use. For the trilogy, overall, I rate it like 1,000,000 stars because it's just so great. It's one of my favorite trilogies. I do fully recommend it. And I'll put a link in the description so you guys can check it out. For those of you who are not really, I don't know how to word it. It's really clean and there's like not cussing at all. Like there might be a little cussing. I don't remember. But there's no sexual things in it. There's little violence. There's talk of sex, but it doesn't really happen. It's very clean and very wholesome for those of you who are interested in that and get uncomfortable with sex. But yeah, I fully recommend it, and I hope you enjoy it if you read it. Have a good night.